Howdy y'all, welcome to Hayes and Barrel Craftworks, to the Hayes and Barrel Homestead and our humble whiskey room. I'm the Alchemist,
And I'm Jay.
and this week we decided to hit one of my favorite local distilleries here in South Dakota, Black Fork Farms. We got a few bottles that we'll touch on this week, and I love them.
They're good. Hands down, they're a good distillery. So
All right, Jay did a little bit of research on them. He's kind of our research guy on the internet a little bit. I'm just a dirty old redneck, so not much for me. But Jay, you want to grab a couple bottles to start with this week?
yep. I'll explain to this one, and as you can tell, this is kind of a favorite around here.
This is Cask 120, 120 proof cask strength bottle. Yeah, as you can see, one of my favorites. We are going to do a pour in our Zebert's Whiskey Velt snifters. Just as a side note, I'm heading to Zebert's in Munich, Germany on, what is it? I head to Munich on Friday. I'll be in Munich I'll be at Zebert's June 21st. We're doing a old-fashioned Alchemist mixology night. I'm whipping up some chocolate-covered cherry old fashions and some smoke and fire whiskey sours, all Hayes and Barrel Craftworks, simple syrups and whiskey sour mix for our whiskey bros and friends who attend around Munich for a fun night of mixology in Munich. We'll do some video on it. We don't normally do too much of our whiskey picking videos, or when we pick up our whiskey or videos like that. But if you're interested in it, leave some notes in the comment, and we'll we can edit those videos and put it out there for you. So the first one for us will be the Cask 120.
It's got a real good smell to it too.
Does it? Jay, what did you learn about Black Fork Farms?
Well, they're kind of a small farm operation. They do some commercial crops, and they also raise artisan grains for craft distilleries and that kind of stuff. Yes, they have their own whiskeys. It doesn't specifically say whether they distill them there or not, or raise their own grains for the whiskey production, but they do, like I said, just the commercial crops and then artisan grains that they raise, and they kind of practice like sustainable farming practices. So they treat the land well. They stay out of the tree shelter belts and fence rows and creek beds and that kind of stuff, and they just really are aimed at preserving the land for generations to come. So it sounds like they really care about what they do, and they put their best foot forward in just about everything.
Well, I can tell you, when I came upon them and started trying their whiskey, I found them first at Country Road Barn here in the area near Watertown, South Dakota, and tried it, and I had to have a bottle for myself, and I really enjoy their whiskey.
It's worth keeping around. It's real smooth for being a 120. I mean, it has really good flavor, real smooth, and doesn't come back to bite you like you would think a higher proof whiskey would.
Yeah, one thing about us is this is just a couple of rednecks telling you about whiskey. There's no highfalutin reviews here. It's just a down-to-earth redneck review. How rednecks drink whiskey, rum, tequila, cocktails.
Just a little bit of it all. We do. Right. We like to sample a little bit of everything. So
our favorite does happen to be whiskey and really bourbon. And this Cask 120 is a bourbon.
Well, me personally, you throw just about any sour mash bourbon at me, and that's right up my alley. We get into more videos later on and kind of compare a few of them and some of our favorites, but
I think we do have enough on the shelf I've been collecting them for a while since Jay got me into sour mash. I think we have enough sour mash on the shelf some night that we should probably do a blind.
Oh, do a blind test and see if
Do
we
a blind
can.
of sour mash because I'm a Michter's man. I love me Michter's a lot, and I would love to just to blind the sour mash that we have and see if I really am a Michter's man.
We could do that. Maybe throw in a couple of real cheap options, couple of expensive options, some middle of the road options, and see what we like best, and see if we can pick out some of the best too.
That's a video for another day.
All right. Well, let's kind of get back to the Black Fork Farms stuff.
This one to me, good.
Yeah. What are you tasting and smelling?
Good caramel notes to me.
Okay.
Which is my favorite. If I go for a bourbon, I'm always looking for the caramel notes. I'm looking for the vanilla. I'm also looking for the deep. I don't know the deep. The dark fruits like the cherry, the fig. I'm not catching a lot of that. Maybe a little bit of light fig, a little bit, but the caramel and the vanilla come out to me, and I really enjoy this. And it's so smooth for a 120.
Exceptionally smooth. It palates well. It's I don't know. Today's maybe a bad day to be doing tasting and really give input. My allergies have been bothering me something crazy, so my sniffer and my tasters aren't working so well. But you can definitely tell it's a nice smooth whiskey or bourbon. But we have another bottle here too. This is the wheated single barrel, sorry, good grief, wheated single barrel, and this is another real good option as well. We can.
Want to give us a pour?
Yeah, give us a pour, and then maybe you can tell them a little bit more about it while I'm pouring stuff up.
Do we know what the mash bill is on these?
I don't know right off the top of my head. I did not look up just these specific whiskeys. I know we like them, and I should have done a bit more research on them.
Let me see the bottle under. Does it say anything on the bottles?
Kind of gives a little bit of inside of their story on the side of the bottle. I think that's kind of a standard deal that they do. You can look them up online, Black Fork Farms. They do, in addition to farming and into the whiskey business, they it seems as if from reading their information that they kind of do some maybe guided hunts, and then after the guns are put up and everybody's had some fun, they go back to the shop and relax, and they do some tours and tastings of kind of what they do for whiskey. So maybe we'll have to get a hold of them sometime and see if they'd be willing to give us a tour and tell us a little bit more about themselves, because we really like their product, that's for sure. We got a couple more products maybe for a different video.
Yeah, maybe Wednesday this week. Maybe on Wednesday's video, if you liked what you saw here today, Wednesday's video, we got a couple. So like the wheated, I know was about right around $63 for the bottle.
Mm-hmm.
The cask 120, I believe, is 110. You can get them on their website. I don't know exactly what the website pricing is. This is what I got them for at our local liquor store when I bought them. You can buy them online. They ship to most states.
48, so I would assume the lower 48, maybe just excluding Alaska and Hawaii.
And
would
also,
be my assumption.
Also South Dakota, unfortunately, because South Dakota has a lot of restrictions for shipping, so they can't even ship to South Dakota.
Yeah, they can't even
though they're here.
Yeah, but unfortunate, but it is what it is, and you got to go to great lengths to get some good whiskey sometimes. Give it a taste. Ooh. This one to me has a lot more flavor, a little bit more oaky, more of a deep, rich flavor than I was not tasting much of that in the other one. Maybe a little bit more sharpness to it, not burn or bite, but just a sharpness in the aftertaste maybe I get, but it's altogether really tasty.
Yeah, can I see the bottle? What's the
proof
on this one?
Get those glasses on, old man, so you can
That's
see.
right. The proof on this one is 93 proof on there, so a little bit under 100. My sweet spot is, in that, I like that 100 to 110 is my sweet spot, but I mean, this one drinks nice. And for me, for a weeded, it's got that nice sweet that I love in a weeded whiskey. We should have looked up the mash bill on these.
Yeah, maybe we'll have to...
Does it say, is it a bourbon or is it a whiskey?
It is a bourbon whiskey, straight bourbon whiskey. So
just a high wheat mash bill. Oh, it's got a...
It's like a toasty, almost...
Yeah, it's sweet. It's not even not the caramel, but like a burnt sugar sweet.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. But I like it. And then you maybe almost, with that kind of description, you almost kind of get in the tail end where I said it had some little bit of sharpness, not bite from the alcohol, but sharpness. It's maybe kind of an aftertaste of that burnt sugar sweetness or something that you're getting from it. But all around, it's a good, smooth, good tasting bourbon.
That sweetness lingers on the palate for a while, along with a little bit of, I don't know, some kind of baking spice. When I talk baking spice, it's like nutmeg or more nutmeg than cinnamon. Usually, to me, nutmeg and cinnamon go together, but this one's just, the cinnamon's not there. It's more sweet. Okay, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to get made fun of. There's some friends of mine, when we talked about this the other day, when we were hanging out together, laughed at me when this got brought up, but I'm going to say it. It's almost like a sweet nutmeg banana bread smell, and it lingers on my palate a little bit after I drink it.
I can maybe see that. I don't really do much banana bread or anything like that, but I don't do really any sweets hardly at all. But I could.
And the reason I say that is because it's just a nice sweet bread smell. That the banana is so strong, it's that sweet. Oh, it's good.
I just get a good, yeah. Good. Leave it there. I just did a good, tasty, toasty, oaky, just good feel all in all.
Yep.
Little palate cleanser.
Because I got to go back and I got to finish my cask 120. I can't leave any of that set.
I might have a couple drops left in there. Yep, that was good.
But Black Fork Farms, everyone, y'all, they're worth checking out their website. Like I said, they ship. There's a lot of bourbons on there, a lot of whiskeys on there for you all to check out and give them a try. Thanks for tuning in to Hazen Barrel Craftworks here on the Hazen Barrel Homestead, our humble whiskey room, and we want to see you all around for a long time. So please take it easy. Don't drink and drive, so you can come back and join us again.
Yep, like, subscribe, watch our videos.
Thank you all.